Hey guys, it's DDD. I am back. Good evening, and I'm here to welcome you guys back to my channel and give a quick review of last night's episode of Tuesday Night SmackDown Live, of course, for the women's division. Um, okay, so let's just jump right into things. The show opened with the SmackDown Live general manager, Daniel Bryan, coming out to the ring and introducing the now former SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi, who came out to the ring still with the knee brace, if I'm correct saying that. And she basically came out there to for it to be revealed that her injury was more serious than I guess appeared to meet the eye in the beginning, and she would be unable to compete past the 30-day limit. Apparently, I guess now that is a new rule for champions. From what I'm hearing everywhere, because apparently there's been different circumstances for other wrestlers, and there have been. Um, but she had to relinquish the SmackDown Women's title. Now, obviously, anyone who has watched any of my recent videos, anything that you guys may have seen in regards to me speaking on Naomi, whether it's my few subscribers or any other random viewers, um, I'm a big fan of Naomi. She's someone who I believe is underrated and talented. The reason why I still say she's underrated, even though I guess a lot of people feel like she is getting some of the recognition she deserves now, I still consider her underrated because there is still a large fan base of WWE fans who underrate her. I'm not saying that people, again, for the millionth time, don't have a right to their opinion or don't have a right to dislike Naomi or not care for her. But a lot of you, I feel like it's just undermining her, you're underrating her, or whatever the case may be. But it is what it is. No harm done. She had to relinquish the title. That was very hard for me to watch. She was very emotional. She cried. It was a lot. But one thing I do like, I feel like that could have made her possibly feel a tad bit more comfortable regarding that situation was Daniel did kind of bring up how, he's been through the whole injury thing throughout his career, and, he's had to obviously relinquish a title before. So he knows what it's like. And I thought that was special that they kind of had that moment together, even though it wasn't obviously the greatest moment. Um, Now this is what I want to say regarding that. I'm a little confused because there are some fans out there who are saying and believe that this whole Naomi injury scare is a work for her to win the title right back at WrestleMania in her hometown to give her a really big moment for not only WrestleMania but also WrestleMania in her hometown. Um, and they don't believe this injury is legit. There's people who do believe the injury is legit, but believe that she will be back in time for WrestleMania to make that appearance and possibly win her title back. And then there's obviously people who believe that she may just be out for the long run and we really just don't know when she's back and the injury is severe. No one really knows the details. Apparently it is being reported though by blogs and rumors that she is expected to be back in time for WrestleMania. So that does give me high hope that possibly this was something that was known by management all along, and you know this is a means to possibly help her become more over at WrestleMania. So I was very flustered by the situation last night, which is why I'm kind of glad I didn't do a live reaction video because I feel like if I did, it might have been a little bit off, especially compared to my last one. It might have been a bit more extreme. But, I've had obviously some hours to think about everything, and now I'm more at peace with the situation. It is what it is. Can't You can only cry but so much. If she really is injured or whatever, how the storyline's playing out, we just have to roll with the punches for now. But my hope would be for this to be a storyline where she possibly gets the title right back, or just the hope that she can become cleared in time for WrestleMania and possibly win the title right back. Um, Even if they may not want to necessarily do it at WrestleMania, I would still love for them to do it on the SmackDown after, because I heard that they're still going to be in Orlando for, I guess, that week or whatever the case may be afterwards. So yeah, like I said, Naomi relinquishing her title, that was something that was very hard for me. And the most that I can hope and the best thing that I can say is, like I said, hopefully it is possibly a storyline. Hopefully things can work out that way. If they don't, and Naomi does have to be sidelined for an extended period of time, hopefully when she does come back, she can win the title right back. I know that may sound like a turn off to some people. Like, why should she just come back and be handed the title? I honestly believe that she deserves it. She's never had a chance to have a title run, and I just feel like for as long as she's been there, she deserves a moment like that. Whether she's coming back months later or not, that's just my personal opinion. I believe she would deserve it. Especially, like I said, given the circumstance now that she didn't even get the chance to really have a title reign. So that's how I feel about that whole situation. I'm at peace with it, and I just hope for the best, to sum it all up. Okay, so moving on, we got an impromptu SmackDown Women's Championship match right away to determine a new SmackDown Women's Champion, so that we would have a SmackDown Women's Champion leading into WrestleMania. Makes sense, no hate there. And it made even more sense that the two women chosen to compete for the title were the two former SmackDown Women's Champions who were in a recent heated rivalry, Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch. Now, when I heard about the matchup, my mind wasn't really running too hard. Like, I wasn't really thinking right away of who I thought would win or who I thought should win. I was just watching, waiting to see what would happen. But during the middle of the match, I did come to the conclusion that I wanted Becky to win at the time, just because I felt like she was the better wrestler. I know some people they prefer talent that can talk over, I guess, talent that can perform better or at an elite level, or they prefer performers who they feel are a total package, well-rounded performer. So, like, for an example, decent in the ring and great on the mic compared to great in the ring and horrible on the mic. Personally, I obviously prefer a total package, but I feel like I felt like in the case of Alexa and Becky, when you want to really think about who deserves to have the honor of saying, "Hey, I'm the first ever two-time or multi-time SmackDown Women's Champion," I thought that honor should have went to Becky. That was just my thought at the time. But then again, if you think about it, Becky does have the accolade of always saying she was the first SmackDown Women's Champion. So for Alexis to say that she's the first multi-time SmackDown Women's Champion, I guess that's fine. The reason why I'm actually okay with the result now, as far as Alexa winning the title back, really, now that I've had the chance to think about it, is because, one, obviously for the possibility of Naomi coming back and getting to take the title right back from her. That's one. And two, I just feel like it allows Alexa to get more heat on her, and there's more possibilities with Alexa as a heel champion. I felt like that was a perfect opportunity, looking back, to put the title right back on Alexa, get her the heat, because she did get heat when she won the title back. I heard those boos. And whether Naomi wins it back or Becky even ends up winning it back, it's still a good way to set up a babyface winning, having that big moment, whether it be at WrestleMania or any other time. I just think that it a division benefits more generally from having a heel champion built up, so that way a babyface can come and gain momentum and then become over, or just obviously the storyline playing out in a relatively familiar or good way, having the babyface come out on top, however that happens. So, I am happy with the result now as far as Alexa winning over Becky. Uh, it doesn't bother me the fact that she used dirty tactics to do it. She's a heel. I mean, it is what it is. I believe that's part of the reason why she got the heat she did. And as far as the match itself, I really enjoyed the match. I liked the match. I liked their chemistry. I felt like the intention and the aggression was really there. The intensity. I love matches like that. And their chemistry was really good there. So I did like the match. And we have a new SmackDown Women's Champion, two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss. So we'll see how her second reign as champ goes this time around. Like I said, if I had it my way, Naomi will be back by WrestleMania to snatch the title right back. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see where the future goes. I liked the little part where Mickey came out too in the end and congratulated or celebrated with Alexa, and then tried to get a cheap shot on Becky, and then Becky fended her off. I thought that was good too. So overall, I'm happy with how things have progressed past Naomi having to relinquish her title as far as the women's championship picture on SmackDown Live. Now moving on to the main event for real. Nikki Bella versus Natalya in this Falls Count Anywhere match. As far as what I thought about the match, I thought the match was okay. I'm not going to necessarily say good or great. I feel like it had its moments, but it's not something that I would really just look back on and want to say, oh, like it's a potential match of the year, even for the women. You know what I mean? I don't think it was all that great in terms of match quality, but it definitely had its moments, and it was definitely a decent Falls Count Anywhere match. Um, Natalya got the win, which I'm happy for, despite how she got it. I just felt as though whenever her and Nikki did have their one-on-one real match, however it happened, I just wanted Natalya to get the win. I just felt like she needed it more than Nikki. Um, I guess it's obvious at this point that WWE is setting up that mixed tag team match for WrestleMania that's been rumored for the past, I guess, month or so, where John Cena and Nikki Bella will be teaming together for the first time and I guess actually being on screen as a couple and all that, um, against the power couple of Miz and Maurice. So as far as like I said, I've already expressed my opinion on my thoughts of the match previously. I'm not against the idea of the match. However, I just feel like it's not really WrestleMania worthy. But whatever, it is what it is. Um, I'm here for Maurice, I guess, getting physical again. She wasn't one of the best in the ring during her prime, but I mean, the girl's been back for a year. She's been valeting, sticking by Miz's side. So I mean, whatever. If she's down for getting back in the ring, I'm not gonna shit on her. But you know, I would just obviously, if she wants to really get back in the ring for a serious run, if that's the direction she's trying to go, I don't know if this maybe is just going to be a one match thing. If that's the direction that she's trying to go in, I do want her to improve because I definitely do believe that she left a lot more to be desired in the ring during her prime. Um, or I guess you could say, especially after her first major injury. So, we'll see what happens there. I'm open to the rivalry. I'm here for it. I'm not against it. The only thing that I really don't like is the idea, I guess, that, okay, whatever they're supposed to win, which would have been obvious whether that would have been said in the report or not. But it's being said that in the end of the match, it's supposed to set up a situation where John proposes to Nikki finally. And the idea is dope. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like anytime that's something that's known, like that's the known idea, that makes me think that Nikki is basically already aware, like this is already public knowledge that he's going to propose to her. Who wants a known proposal? Like that's just the only thing I can't really wrap my head around with this rumor. So I don't know if maybe that part is just some baloney or there's any truth to that. I mean, I feel like either way, it's gonna be a special moment, whatever, if it's real. But I just feel like it's not gonna be as genuine now that it's the cat's been kind of let out of the bag. Like I thought that was kind of whack, but whatever. My favorite spot from that match was when Nikki threw Natalya into that mirror. That spot was badass. Obviously, Natalya throwing Nikki into Maurice. That's and I guess she basically speared her. That set up Maurice's anger, and why she came out later on and towards the end of the match and went to town on Nikki with a lead pipe. That was actually the second time Nikki bumped into Maurice during her and a Natalya match. So I guess to a degree it is understandable why she's annoyed, but obviously they were accidents. So Maurice is being Maurice. She ain't trying to hear it. She's being a diva. So, like I said, I'm here for the rivalry. I did enjoy the match overall, even though it wasn't, I guess, anything to really, really write home about in the long run. I'm just happy overall that the SmackDown women were able to get an opportunity to shine the way they did last night on the show. Like, a lot of the show was dedicated to the women, which obviously a guy like me is here for. So overall, I did enjoy SmackDown Live last night for the women, and I am looking forward to the future and what's going to happen with WrestleMania and the potential women's match for them. I'm hearing rumors, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that, but I don't want to speak on anything really specifically until things start to become more clear and things are confirmed. So for now, I'm only speaking on facts or, like I said, things that are being consistently rumored. Not just things that are popping up here and there. So, like I said, we will see. Until then, this has been DDD. And you know the drill. Like, maybe. Comment, maybe. Subscribe. Who knows? But whatever. I'm here. Who knows when I'll be back? Maybe I'll be back to react to Raw. Maybe I'll be back to review Raw. Maybe I'll be back to review or react to SmackDown. Who knows? But you will definitely, obviously, be seeing me again. And until next time, peace and chicken grease, and bye-bye.